trends can be identified on any time frame: the daily time frame, the 4 hour time frame, the 1 hour time frame, the 30 minutes time frame, 15-minute time frame. I'm sure you know what time frames are. So we're on the daily time frame at the moment, and you can see the market direction. For you to identify your trends properly, you have to zoom out on the chart. Like you've seen, I zoomed out on the chart, and we've seen the market direction. This is the market trend. The market's pushing to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows. This is the low the market formed, the high, the low, the high, the low, the high, the low, the high, the low, creating higher highs and higher lows. So you have to identify using the trend line too. The market is in an uptrend, you can see at this point. So let's identify the trend. We've matched our trend up, and when identifying the trend, make sure 2 points are touching, make sure 2 points are meeting. See the first touch here, the second touch, and the third touch at this point. We got the first touch of the trend support, the second touch, and the third touch. And on trend lines, we have our support level and our resistance level. This is our trend support, this is our trend resistance. So we have identified the uptrend. Let's look at for another market trend. Let's look for market trend. So you see the market going to the downside, the market direction. See the market direction. So let's identify it. Let's identify this market direction with our trend line too. And I said let's make sure 2 points are matching when identifying the market trend. Let's make sure we have 2 points matching up. So what are it? We are the 2 points here. We are the 2 points here. This point and this point. We have the points here as the first point, second point here. The trend resistance, the first point, the trend second test. So this is a valid downtrend, why this is a valid uptrend. So let's zoom out on the charts. Let's zoom in on the chart. You've seen the market testing these levels correctly. So this is the market in an uptrend, and this is the market in a downtrend. So let's identify other trends. See the market direction. You first zoom out on your chart, then identify where the market is headed to. You can see the market is heading to a downside, so we can call this a downtrend market. You can see the market is in a downtrend at this point. So let's identify the market trends. Make sure 2 points are touching, make sure 2 points are matching. So we got the trend support at this point, the trend resistance here, the first test on this level, second test, third test, the first test here, and this is the second test. So we got 2 points matching. So this is a valid downtrend. You see inside this downtrend, market is hitting lower highs and lower lows, heading to the downside. So this is a valid downtrend. So that's how to identify your market trends, and it can be identified on any time frame. The 4 hour time frame, we are currently on the daily time frame, so let's go to the 4 hour time frame to see if we got market trends on then. So the 4 hour time frame, we've seen that the market is pushing to the downside here. Market is trending to the downside at this point. Let me spot this. Market trending to the downside at this point. The market trending to the downside at this point. So let's identify the market trend at this particular zone. This is the market direction. The market pushing to the downside. So let's identify the market trend here with our trend line 2. So we got let's make sure 2 points are matching, the first point and the second point at this point. So the first point here, the second point. So 2 points are matching. This is a valid trend resistance. So let's identify this valid trend support. Let's make sure 2 points are matching. So we got the first point here, the second point here. So 2 points are matching. This is a valid trend at this point, because we've seen the market creating lower highs and lower lows, pushing to the downside. The market direction is on the downside, and we've identified the valid point of the market. So we can call this a trend as well. We can call this a trend because we've seen the market direction, the market heading to the upside. And let's make sure 2 points are matching. Let's make sure 2 points are matching for the trend confirmation. So that's it. This is our trend resistance. Our trend support, we got 2 points matching at this point. This at this point, the test at this zone, the second test here, the first test here, the second test at this point. So this is a valid uptrend. You can see the market creating higher lows and higher highs into the downside. The trend can be small, it can be long. We have long trends, we have short trends here. So this is a short trend. You can call this a short trend because we've seen the market didn't give us a big move to the upside, just give us little higher highs and higher lows for the sell to the downside. So that's how to identify the market trend. And this is an uptrend basically at this point. You have an uptrend here. You see the market direction, market heading to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows. So let's match up our 2 levels. Make sure 2 levels are matching up. Remember, so we have these 2 levels matching up at this point. We have these 2 levels matching up. Our trend supported the first test and the second test at this point. Let's extend this, and we have another test at this zone as well. We have another test of our trend at this point. We have the market test as a resistance, tested as a resistance, the first and second test. So this is a valid uptrend. The market creating higher highs and higher lows. Let's identify the higher highs and higher lows. We got the low at this point, we got the high at this point, we got the high at this point, we got the low at this point, a higher low in this case. The lows are higher than each other, the highs are higher than each other, so which is giving us an upward market direction. We have this level 2 as our points, our higher highs level. So this is a market uptrend, and we can say the market is kind of trying to test our trend resistance at this point. If we can get a little push to the upside, you could see market reaction from this zone to the downside. This is our trend support and trend resistance, act as sell and buy zones on our trend. We've seen how the market got to this trend support, bought from here, came to this trend support, bought from here, came to our trend resistance, sold from here, our trend resistance, sold from here. So these points can be used as our buy and sell zones on the market trend. So that's how simple it can be to identify your market trends. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame basically. Okay, nothing serious on the 1 hour time frame, but we've seen the market send to the downside, market direction on the downside. So we can call this a downtrend on the 1 hour time frame. The market creating lower highs and lower lows, heading to the downside. So let's identify our levels, our points. Let's make sure 2 points are matching up. We have these points matching up as our trend resistance, the first point, the second point. So this is a valid trend resistance. So let's map out our trend support. Let's spot our trend support and make sure 2 points are matching. We got the first test on this level, the second test here. So this is a valid downtrend because we've seen 2 points are matching at least, and you can see the market direction. Market creating lower highs and lower lows. We got a high at this point, got a low, a low, got a high, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So this is a downtrend, the market heading to the downside. So that is basically on how to identify the market trend. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. To my returning viewers, I appreciate your support. For let's engage in my videos. It really means a lot, guys. Let's do more and do have a wonderful day. Peace.